From extraterrestrial visitors to mysterious structures. Join us today as we ask, can these theories of Antarctica be true? Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to They Will Kill You. Hit the like button and request any topics you'd like to learn about in the comments section below. Number 7. UFO Crash Landing. Because of its size, harsh conditions, and vastly unexplored surroundings, the Earth's southernmost continent has become a breeding ground for conspiracy theories. One of them has to do with a suspicious trail on Antarctica's surface, found by alien hunters via Google Earth. They claim it to be evidence that a UFO crash landed on the icy continent. The trail starts from what appears to be a collapsed mountain peak, and conspiracy theorists believed the UFO hit the peak as it crash landed. Geologists, on the other hand, insist the trail was produced by an avalanche. Number 6. Atlantis is under or is Antarctica. Ever since Plato first referenced it in his works, Atlantis has captivated the world's imagination. According to the ancient Athenian philosopher, Atlantis was an advanced naval power that conquered territories around the Mediterranean 9,000 years before his time. He claims the island nation was located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, which we know as an entrance to the Gibraltar Strait. He describes Atlantis as the main naval rival of what he refers to as ancient Athens. In the 1950s, historian Charles Hapgood proposed a couple of theories that even gained the interest of physicist Albert Einstein. He claimed that the Earth's axis has shifted many times during geological history and that the planet's outer crust traveled rapidly upon the mantle. He argues that, within this context, Antarctica was once ice-free and home to an undiscovered civilization. This civilization would have explored the continent and even other regions. One cornerstone of his theory is the Piraeus map from the 1500s, which he argues shows a coast of Antarctica that was free of ice. Other authors have claimed that the civilization he refers to is actually Atlantis. Based on Hapgood's theories, some have argued for a thorough exploration of the frozen continent in search for the long-lost civilization. It would undoubtedly be the greatest find in archaeological history, but mainstream scientists generally contest this theory. According to the legend and Plato's dialogues, what led to the destruction of Atlantis? Was it A. Athenian conquest, B. earthquakes, C. meteor strike, or D. rapid climate shift? Let us know what you think in the comments section below, and stay tuned to find out the right answer. Number 5. Alien icebergs. Huge, almost perfectly rectangular icebergs have been found throughout Antarctica. These gigantic formations are sometimes visible from space, and some conspiracy theorists believe they're the result of alien design. Others claim they're man-made and might actually be secret government facilities. Since most of an iceberg's mass is submerged, there's definitely some mystery to what lies beneath. The theorists' argument also hinges on the fact that such perfect shapes are rarely found in nature. While this is true, scientists have pointed out that not every corner of the iceberg is typically so clean-cut. They've also mentioned that the formations are called tabular icebergs and represent the result of a natural process. They're not evidence of extraterrestrial contact, nor are they part of some nefarious government operation. Scientists have compared the process of tabular iceberg formation to that of a nail growing too long and cracking off at the end. In nature, this sometimes results in geometric shapes. Number 4. Entrance to the Earth. A few years ago, beneath Antarctica's permafrost, NASA satellites detected a 300-mile-wide gravitational anomaly. It was consistent with the impact crater of a gigantic meteorite, which may have even triggered the Permian-Triassic mass extinction. Many questions about the crater remain unanswered, and they've collectively been referred to as the Wilkes Land anomaly. The name is derived from the East Antarctica ice cap under which the purported crater is located. Scientific theories at this point are a matter of conjecture, since it's found at least 2,700 feet deep. While the anomaly in itself is fascinating, fringe theories have been abundant. One notable example comes from hollow Earth supporters, people who believe that the Earth is either entirely hollow on the inside or that it contains a massive interior space. Their theory is based on Operation High Jump, an actual Navy project organized by Rear Admiral Richard E. Byrd in the 1940s. Its objectives were, among others, personnel training and reconnaissance. It only lasted from 1946 to 1947 and ended by worsening weather conditions. Nevertheless, the conspiracy theories claim it was all a front for a top-secret operation. Byrd had actually found an entrance to the inner Earth, which was subsequently deemed classified. It's even been said that he made contact with an ancient alien civilization. Number 3. There is no Antarctica. There are a number of schools of thought among flat Earth theorists, but there is a central philosophy. The Earth is flat, and world governments have been hiding it from us. The North Pole is actually at the center of our disc-shaped planet, and what we know as the South Pole surrounds the Earth. Therefore, what we call Antarctica actually consists of ice walls several hundred feet high and several thousand feet thick that surround our planet. These walls supposedly hold back the ocean and keep everything from falling off the edge. NASA and world governments strictly guard these walls and have supposedly imposed a strict no-sail, no-fly zone in Antarctica. According to flat earthers, they've been supplying the population with altered satellite images of the globe. The Flat Earth International Conference is organizing a cruise set to depart in 2020. Like-minded individuals will embark on a ship that aims to reach the ice barrier at the end of the world. There are some challenges with that, beyond what many would consider to be the obvious. One such challenge is that our navigational instruments and global positioning systems are built on the understanding that the Earth is an oblate spheroid. So, what caused the destruction of Atlantis? If you guessed B, earthquakes, then you're right. According to Plato, Athens and its allies managed to defeat the Atlantean Empire in battle and liberated the territories it had conquered. Afterwards, the Atlanteans became wicked and impious. As a result, they lost favor with the gods, and Atlantis was swiftly swallowed by the sea after it was struck by a series of earthquakes. The existence of the Atlantean civilization is still one of the world's greatest mysteries. However, one of the most catastrophic volcanic eruptions in recorded history happened around 1500 BC. It devastated the island of Thera and other civilizations in the area, one of which some say might have been Atlantis. Number 2. Nazi base. After it emerged that the Nazis had launched an expedition to Antarctica in 1938, several conspiracy theories started to take shape. A prominent example is the one stating that the expedition was a massive operation, featuring numerous military and scientific vessels. While exploring the continent, the Nazis supposedly found a large network of underground caves, which they converted into bases. Their operational objective was experimenting with new technology to be used during Nazi Germany's plans of world conquest. Some theorists go as far as to suggest that the Nazis either made contact with aliens or stumbled upon alien technology. They supposedly developed world-ending weapons which were kept on the continent. There's also a claim that they hid UFOs on the Antarctica base. In some fringe writings, Hitler didn't die in his Berlin bunker, but actually managed to retreat to Antarctica. The Allies supposedly tried to destroy the Nazi base during World War II, but were unsuccessful. They only managed to do so after dropping an atomic bomb on it in 1958. There's no evidence to corroborate any of this, but the Nazis did reach Antarctica. In 1938, they sent just one vessel to search for new whaling grounds. The expedition surveyed a portion of Antarctica's territory, larger than the German homeland at the time. However, the explorers returned the same year that World War II broke out. There's no sign the Nazis returned to the frozen continent after that. Number 1. Pyramids. According to ancient astronaut conspiracy theories, more than 100 million years ago, a technologically advanced civilization built pyramids in Antarctica. It would have happened during the time when Antarctica was still part of a supercontinent called Pangaea. Since the earliest hominoids emerged about 2 million years ago and weren't capable of such monumental designs, the structures would have to be alien in nature. According to conspiracy theorists, governments all over the world decided to suppress the outflow of information regarding their existence. Nevertheless, Google Earth images of 3 alleged pyramids within Antarctica's Ellsworth Mountain emerged in 2016 and rapidly went viral. They've been calculated to be over 4,000 feet tall, which would dwarf any other man-made structure. Indeed, reports of such formations are rooted in historic fact. British explorers from a 1910 to 1913 expedition had encountered one of them and simply named it the Pyramid. Yet, where some see a conspiracy, scientists just look at it as a case of Occam's razor, a concept stating that the simplest explanation is sometimes the correct one. The scientific consensus is that the mystical Antarctica pyramids are actually just regular, albeit sharply pointed, mountain peaks. Also known as glacial horns, these formations are the result of a natural process of erosion. Thanks for watching. Which Antarctica conspiracy do you think is the most plausible? Let us know in the comments section below.